Good morning. Thank you for joining us on the Brandeis Beat. I'm Serena Bang.
And I'm Chris Rosenberg. Here are the top stories on campus this morning. In our first story, Brandeis students trap themselves in a dorm room while a fire blazes outside. Shreya Sinha reports.
This is a typical college student's dorm. Clothes, trash, candles, cords everywhere, and a covered smoke detector. But it's not just a mess. It's a fire trap. Within seconds, a fire engulfs the junk, smoke levels start to rise, visibility deteriorates, and escape routes vanish. Luckily, this is just a fire simulation. The Waltham Fire Department is raising awareness today about fire safety and prevention. I met with Patches the Dalmatian to find out more on the event.
In the trailer, and they'll have a presentation on fire safety. There'll be some props in there. It's set up like a real dorm, a real apartment, and they'll see props throughout. Some will be in what should be done, and some no-nos. Also, there will be a simulation as if there is a fire. And they'll have to have an escape plan to get out of the safe trailer. So it'll teach them how to get out safe.
The event comes after an increase in the number of fire safety violations on campus.
Our fire drills that resulted in the discovery of a lot of covered smoke detectors, and so the Waltham Fire Department became aware that it was a real problem here on our campus as well.
But not all students see covering their smoke detectors as an issue.
So I was on, probation for like a couple of weeks. It has made me more careful to make sure I take the smoke detectors off. It hasn't made me more careful in terms of the fire safety.
And everyone, I'm sure I have brain damage from this. Fire safety is very important. We're all adults, we'll make sure we don't get burned.
But Chief of Public Safety Ed Callahan says it's this behavior that makes fires on campus even more dangerous.
Students get cavalier, they don't like to leave the residence hall, and they just feel it's another drill or an imposition, and they couldn't be bothered. But obviously, if you don't take the situation serious, it could be a real fire.
And many years ago, Brandeis faced two major fires. This window above me in Grad Residence Hall was engulfed in flames after a slice in the extension cord ignited the furniture. Fortunately, no one got hurt, although there was a great deal of loss to the university. The message of today's fire safety event and the lessons learned from this past fire are certainly important, but the real question remains, do students learn from them?
To be reminded that you have to be a little bit more careful when you're doing things and that it actually is dangerous.
I was reminded how important it is to think about carefully fire safety. It's something that too often people take for granted.
If the success of today's event is any indication, it might be a springboard for future fire safety awareness events with the Waltham Fire Department and other colleges. For the Brandeis Beat, this is Shreya Sinha.
Increasing fire safety awareness is just one of the many changes happening on campus. The Brandeis curriculum is witnessing new developments too.
Would you like to major in business? How about film and media studies? Well, after much debate, Brandeis University has finally decided to add both subjects to their list of available majors. According to Dean of Arts and Sciences, Adam Jaffe, students will be able to take advantage of these changes as soon as fall 2009. These majors will appeal to current Brandeis students looking for new options. The university also hopes the creation of these majors will increase enrollment by offering prospective students more choices. What's next for the Brandeis curriculum? A major in communications, media, and society is now up for discussion.
Thank you, Serena. Well, I might be interested in majoring in film now. Join us after the break for more on the latest updates.
Please don't put this in your commercial.
Hi, I'm Shreya Sinha and welcome to my crib. So come in. Welcome. So, as you can see, my room's kind of a mixture of art and there's like a nice warm glow to it. This is a jazz poster from the border of Switzerland and Italy. This is Henry. He's from the Himalayas, actually. Say hi, Henry. Jerry. Took him from my brother. And as you can see, look guys, this isn't real zebra, right? It's not real. But red curtains matching. This is my Egyptian goza. It's kind of like hookah, but it's just fancier because that's how I roll. But the sweetest part of my room, I think, is this music thing right here. I've got a remote. I just change songs. I can listen to the radio whenever I want, my iPod, and I just walk away. Now that you've seen my crib, I gotta get ready. There's a party tonight. You gotta go. Bye.
Welcome back to the Brandeis Beat. Now we go to Chris for more on recent artistic events on campus.
Culture X, the Intercultural Center's annual event, took place last night in Levin Ballroom. The event showcased the diverse cultural identities making up the Brandeis campus through a display of song and dance. Culture X fundraised for Live Campus, a student-led nonprofit dedicated to ending global poverty by hosting concerts. 15 colleges nationwide participated in the Live Campus movement. Brandeis ended up raising $350 for the cause. While on the topic of culture and arts, the future of the Rose Art Museum has been in question lately. Here's Serena with more on the story.
STR, Save the Rose. This is the new slogan around campus. It's also the phrase embroidered on many t-shirts worn by Brandeis students. Recently, student groups at Brandeis created the shirts to raise money to help protect the staff and art at the Rose Art Museum. Lately, there has been much confusion on campus regarding the status of the museum. Here are the latest updates. The Rose exhibitions are set to close on May 17th of this year, but will reopen to the public on July 22nd. As for selling the art, the Board of Trustees voted to authorize the sale of only a limited number of pieces in the collection. Though there has recently been concern about the future of the museum's staff, not all jobs at the Rose will be terminated. The university recently offered 4 of the museum's 6 current staff members continued employment. This confirms Brandeis' commitment to the Rose Art Museum and its desire for it to remain open to the public with a professionally trained staff. Maybe those t-shirts really made a statement after all.
Speaking of roses, I'm starving. Brandeis Dining Services has reported that the number of thefts from on-campus dining halls has risen in the past year. Students have been trying to